Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back again with this week's update on all the physical releases coming to the Switch. This time we're in the second week of September 6th until the 10th, Monday to Friday, retail, low print imports, and our community spotlight. Now this week, strap yourselves in guys, because it's gonna get a little tasty, yeah? There's a big rant coming up, and I'm not sure you're all gonna make it through it. So let's jump in with the good stuff first. Sonic Colors Ultimate is releasing physically this week, well, in most places, but more on that in a second. This is a HD remaster of what I didn't realize was a Nintendo exclusive up till this point. Yes, this was a Wii game that somehow stayed on that console up until now, 11 years ago, Jesus Christ. Many people mark this as a very solid release in what was a struggling series at that point. Personally, I've never played it. I was never a massive fan of Sonic anyway, so I mean, I like them for what they were, but I would never go out of my way to play the latest release. So yeah, heard good things about it though. This is releasing physically in North America and Japan, but Europe, my homeboys, sadly the physical release for this was put on hold indefinitely. Why? I have no idea, but you're gonna have to import it, so I'll put links below if you need more blue blur in your life, at least physically. And our executive producers, Punky Dooster, Brent McLean, Cartoon Soren, God of Resin, and Jack Severus, they've chosen this as their pick of the week. Olympia Soiree has a very pleasing name. I feel very refined and elegant when I say it. Olympia Soiree. I feel like I need to wear a dinner jacket or something. Anyways, this is an Otomi visual novel, which means I don't know anything about it. You try and date dudes. Yeah, it's got high production value compared to most, so if you're into the genre, it's probably one to check out. We got some review codes for this. Actually, we got 2 review codes. And yeah, I'm not the best person to critique this, so do not expect any content from me. What do you give us 2 codes for? What, like multiplayer or something? WarioWare Get It Together is releasing this week. Yep, another Nintendo title, one of their bigger ones left for the year, and I know plenty of people are excited about this. Seems like it's been a while since we got a proper new release, and now this time you're actually sucked into the micro games and have to participate in them with the characters. Each character has different abilities and attributes in order to solve the games. Expect lots of weird, wacky fun, dollops of personality and comedy, and this looks set to be a fantastic game, and I really should go back and play some of the games in the series some more. Very underrated, I love the ones that I've played already. And our executive producers Dane Wilkinson, Vilos, and Jonathan Rumor, they've chosen this as their pick of the week. Rico London, I think, maybe releasing in Europe this week. I say maybe because it's releasing digitally and there is a physical version coming. It's just dates seem unreliable and it's published by Numskull Games. You always gotta be careful with Numskull. Great publisher, nice titles, nice people, but release dates, that's not on their priority list, at least when it comes for me researching this video. This is a first-person shooter, an indie one with a nice co-op theme to it, either locally or online. It looks like it could be a good one. I'm not sure what the reception was to the first game, but I do have it somewhere in my collection. It's something a bit different at least, so I would be interested if I found it for a reasonable price. How about you? Also, good old NBA 2K22, it's basketball, and once again, a download is required. One of the most money-grabbing games on the market. Just buy the previous game for like a couple of quid. You're basically getting the same thing. It's one of the cheapest games out there. Also, this week, Europe should be getting Creed Champions, Family Trainer, and Game Builder Garage. Garage! Why do I keep saying Garage? I hang around with too many Americans, that's the problem. Alright, let's jump into the low prints. Now let's get serious for a minute or 2 or 5, because limited run games are publishing One Step from Eden on September 10th. Now I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you can and what you can't buy. It's your money, it's your life. I bought Island Flight Simulator. We all make mistakes, okay? But I do want you to think about your stance on One Step from Eden, okay? Just think about it. You may remember One Step from Eden released physically in Japan earlier this year. There was much confusion about its languages since the Japanese eShop had English, but the developer of the game personally told me that there would be no English on the physical release. And despite people not believing me when I relayed that message, he was right. The digital version has English, but they specifically took out English for the physical release. They kept all the other languages like German and Turkish or something, but they specifically took out English because of the upcoming Western release. Now this has turned out to be a limited run. What is like English and North American privilege these days? Over 1 billion people in the world speak English, and yet this English language release is for North America only. This is bullshit. And I said so on Twitter. which appear to have ruffled a few feathers of the owner of Limited Run and their fans, many of whom can't actually read or are so programmed into defending Limited Run, jumping to their aid as though I was putting the entire blame on them, which I wasn't. But yeah, you buy this, the people who made that decision, whoever they may be, will be earning money from it. It may not have been Limited Run's decision, but they are still abettors, and rather worryingly, they indicated they are in favor of doing such practices, because apparently it earns the developer more money. Fuck the consumer. Gotta love how they jump to the same old defense of, look how great we are because of how much money we give to publishers and developers compared to other companies. Great! You know what that amazing generosity also does? Well, one, it creates a monopoly for you guys, and two, it also, incentivizes bullshit, greedy bullshit, awful business practices that really harm the consumer. Yeah, of course you don't tell the publisher or the developer what to do with their games, that's not your place. How big and brave of you. Not even like a little clause to say, let's not be dickheads. They're also the bastions of game preservation, which, suckered in every single YouTuber into spouting about how angelic they are, making vomit-inducing PR documentaries about how they're doing God's work preserving these games forever, enjoying the scents of their own farts. You know what this One Step from Eden release is preserving? Bullshit. Yeah, a big, signed, sealed, DRM-free, A++ steaming pile of fossilized bullshit. That's what it is. Do not take languages out of games. There are many companies involved in this nonsense. One of them could have had the decency to say, hang on, this is not right. Let's not force people to buy a more expensive version. Because with Limited Run, it's either full price or scalper price at the end. There ain't no discounts for people on a budget, those who want to buy later on. I could buy the Japanese version like right now. $25 in my hand, delivered, $25. Or if I want English, $50 from Limited Run to have it delivered right here. But of course, that would not give as much money to the developer, which is the be-all and end-all of buying games according to the owner of Limited Run. I guess these guys are too rich now, so used to people hoovering up all their overpriced collector's editions that they forget that there are actually real people in the world. Real people with real budgets and responsibilities and stuff like that. I'm not a rich guy, but $25, that would suit me down to the ground. 50, not a chance in hell. Now, you guys know my stance on Limited Run. I do not have an agenda against them personally. I just hate bullshit, especially when it comes to unnecessarily screwing over the consumer. You guys, I call out Strictly Limited, Super Rare. If there's bullshit ahoy, I'm calling it. It just so happens that Limited Run have the biggest bullshit heap of the lot of them. The age-old retort of haters gonna hate. I don't hate you. I just don't stand for nonsense. And I feel like I'm the only one who can see it, at least publicly. And I know probably more than half of you who watch this every week are big fans of Limited Run. I mean, every community spotlight picture is just full of their products, almost all of them. So yeah, I guess you guys mostly tolerate my snide remarks rather than support it, but this is bullshit. A lot of people said it's not a big deal, and if you have that incredibly self-centered view, then that's fine, I guess. And on Twitter, it looked as though I've been outnumbered, but you will not believe how many private messages I've had from people, even people in the industry who have worked with Limited Run and still working with them, have said that they support what I'm trying to stand for. They just can't say it publicly. It's bullshit, but people can't say it. And this is not the first time it's happened either. I held my tongue for House of Fata Morgana. I did tell you about, the language issues with that, but let's just say that this one was, it was one step too far. Limited Run, humble, Fly High Works in Japan, Thomas the developer. If you're watching, I know this series is not very big, only 7,000 people watch every week, so we're not big, we're not important, but it's your product, so I hope you're watching. You four entities, firstly, don't do this shit again. Secondly, do a slightly honorable thing. Release a patch for the Japanese version to put English on it. It's not ideal, but it's a start. Someone take the reins and get that done. It would be one step in the right direction. September 10th for One Step from Eden. I'm not here to judge your decisions. It's your money, you spend it how you like, but I hope I helped point out some industry bullshit that no one else is pointing out. I seem to be the only one. Anyways, On September 7th, Limited Run also have another game this week, Riverbond, a voxel-based action hack and slash that looks pretty good if you can stomach this style. I know some people can't, get on with voxel graphics, I understand. Supposedly this game is great for couch co-op if you want to get your kids involved. That's what I heard from Steam reviews anyway, so yeah, it seems like it was Minecraft Dungeons before Minecraft Dungeons was even a thing. September 7th for this one. Red Art Games announced their latest game, Galaxy of Pen and Paper +1, but this time they're doing something a little bit different. Previously they stated how many units they'd print to sell, well this time they're doing an open pre-order period. I guess they want to see, how it goes, maybe it'll boost sales doing it this way. Anyways, you have a 5-week pre-order period to order Galaxy of Pen and Paper. This is from the same people as Knights of Pen and Paper, a game I found a lot of merit in when I reviewed it like absolutely aeons ago, so I have no reason to doubt this game. Plus, it's in space, which instantly makes it better. Anyways, remember we have a non-affiliate discount code for you Switch watchers. You can get 10% off anything, including this, from redartgames.com if you use the code SWATCH10. 10% off SWATCH10. We don't earn anything, just for you guys, okay? Spiritfarer, remember that one? Well, it's out at retail already, but there is a pre-order open right now for a collector's edition. Oh mama, is it pricey? I mean, you just go to I Am 8-Bit's website right now. Go there yourself. I'm not going to tell you how much it is because I think you'll go, the price of it. I mean, to be fair, it looks nice. It looks really nice, but I'm out. I cannot afford that. But yeah, if you love the game and really want something special for it, you may want to take a look at the Spiritfarers Collector's Edition. Alright, let's jump into the imports. Remember guys, if anything takes your fancy and you'd like to import it for yourself, then consider using the links below in the description and the pinned comment. If you use those links, then it massively helps support the SwitchWatch team at the same time, especially this series ever so much. You guys are wonderful, and it wouldn't be what it is today without you and your support. Plus, in return, if you use our links, you can also get a very nice 5% off any physical item from PlayAsia if you use the coupon code SwitchWatchTV while checking out. That's all one word, SwitchWatchTV, for 5% off any physical item from PlayAsia. Thank you ever so much for your support, I really mean it. The big one this week is Ultra Age, a stylish hack and slash game, an indie game made by just a handful of people trying to make it with the big boys. Now, I have played and reviewed this game already. My video is ready to go, but I can't show you right now, and I can't even tell you much right now until Thursday. Be there Thursday. I think it's 8 a.m. Pacific time, whatever that is in your region. I don't even know what it is in China. I need to check that. But yeah, be there and I can tell you all my thoughts about this game. I think it might be safe to say if you like action games, I'm sure you'll like this. This is the Asian version, which is out this week, and it does have English. Next month, Japan is getting a physical release with English as well. I know the publisher is trying to organize a Western release in some capacity, so maybe you want to wait until later in the year for more information on that, but for now, this is an import exclusive with English, and Ultra Age is Robotech, our executive producer's pick of the week. Japan is also getting Air, a visual novel from the same people as Clannad, I think, but sadly, there's no English on this release. And Japan is also finally getting Ys 9. Also finally, I know last week, PlayAsia had the No More Heroes trilogy up for order. And many of you, I don't know if all, but maybe too many of you ordered it, and most had to be cancelled, if not all of them. It sucked, but there is another option because like I hoped and like I prophesized, there is going to be a separate release for the cartridge of 1 and 2 on the same cartridge. But this is for Asia, it's not for Japan, so it's kind of different. But if you wanted the $1 Killian trilogy for that specific thing like me, like I was kind of sad when my pre-order was cancelled, but now I can get this release. It has English, it has No More Heroes 1 and No More Heroes 2 on one cartridge. I'll put links below in the description if you want that. Maybe it'll make you not as sad if your $1 Killian trilogy got cancelled. Alright, let's delve into the community spotlight. But just a warning, due to the absolute carnage over on my Twitter this week, good luck if I actually manage to spot your picture. You are a true survivor if you're in this and you submit it on Twitter. Firstly, me, well, okay, this is not my game, but, well, okay, technically it is for a day or two. I helped buy it for a fellow, very prominent collector out there. I wonder who you think it could be. This is Rabbids Adventure Party, or I guess its official title because it's Chinese only, 疯狂兔子去排队. I know what you're thinking. What's so special about this? Well, this game is exclusive to mainland China, and it's actually region locked. You can only play this on a Chinese Nintendo Switch. That makes it very, very unique. Mainline Chinese Switches only have like a dozen games, all of which the West has 2, apart from a slightly unique Just Dance, but this is the first exclusive. You cannot play this anywhere else other than on a Chinese mainland Nintendo Switch. So yeah, it is very interesting. I'm not opening it because it's not mine. I just wanted to make you aware of it releasing last week. But I'm sure if you follow JP Switchmania, you know the guy, on Twitter, maybe the biggest collector of them all, I'm sure you'll see the insides of it once it arrives to him in a couple of weeks. Alright, on to Eula Rovest, and in this picture of 2 incoming special reserves, Crossing Souls and Swords of Ditto. Definitely seen the latter one far more than Crossing Souls. I wonder if that one sold worse, or maybe it took longer to send out. The Esoteric Camel sent in this photo 4 games. The big square thing is the Japanese collector's edition of Shin Megami Tensei 3. Sadly, it does not have English, but it looks like a fantastic piece for collectors, fans of the game. Thorn, many thanks for using our links and codes on some of these games. Nice to see Food Girls there, an obscure import exclusive. I don't think this even has a digital release in the West yet, but it has English. Sadly, the World End Syndrome, the Japanese version, does not have English. If you're ever unsure about what has English or not, feel free to message me, and I should be able to tell you. Eliza Crawford, many thanks for using our links and codes on your very first import, and what a fantastic choice for your first one, the Phoenix Wright Trilogy. El Spagata made me jealous with the Killian Dollar Trilogy, confirmed they all had English on the cartridge, very nice indeed. Le Graveleur Magique, showed off the collector's edition of Prinny Classics Volume 1. I think this is exclusive to NIS America's personal web store, the collector's edition that is. Michael the Mad Samurai showed off their recent games since last time, and what a selection it is. Some fantastic games, great imports such as the Moon Premium Edition, Legend of Mana, which is out of stock again. Thank you for your support with our links. Obscurest Gaming sent in this photo of 3 games. Love the cover art for Kiwi. You have 2 Kiwi birds and an octopus. That's legendary already. Nintendo Gamer Gal, thanks for using our links and codes on Legend of Mana. Definitely worth it. Plus, some other fun games. Pretty Princess Party, a North American exclusive. Well, at least Europe didn't get it. Vast Neon, thanks for using our links and codes on the Asian Blaster Master Zero Trilogy. Yes, it is the Asian version. Do not be fooled by that ESRB rating. Nice to see Red Strings Club out in the wild too. PM Prime, thanks for using our links and codes to pick up some of these games. Very obscure Mantis Burn Racing there. The Japanese exclusive with English. Not many people know about that one. Cyan Wisp heeded my warning about B-side games shutting down and ordered 4 of their games, and was happy to confirm that they are indeed wonderfully created products. Unbelievable for $15 a pop. Our executive producer Robotech sent in this photo, a European exclusive physical in there, one of the 2 Sword Art Online games that Europe got but North America didn't. Our Japanese Gems writer Miguel Marin sent in this photo of the long-awaited remake of Tsuhime. I think I did that alright. It's a visual novel, took 13 years to make. 13 years! Well, that's when it was announced. Sadly, it does not have English. And of course the manga series at the top did not come with it. But the fighting game tie-in is coming soon, and that does have English. Totally Simon sent in this photo, thanks for using our links and codes where applicable. Really appreciate the support. They got in the Super Crush KO from Super Rare, the Steenbok edition. Very nice indeed. Executive producer Cartoon Soren picked up these 3 titles, including one of the best imports of all time, the Atelier Dusk Trilogy. West Country Blue sent in this photo of a couple of super rare releases, plus a European retail exclusive of Red Wings. I am jealous about Littlewood, I'm kind of sad that I missed out. Tired Aiden, thanks for using our links and codes on the Atelier Disc Trilogy, also picked up The Witcher Complete Edition. Got to be honest, I was not a massive fan of the ports. Personally, I think they bit off more than they could chew. Great game though. Ashura G sent in this photo showing off the absolutely massive edition of Panzer Dragoon from Forever Limited. They showed the insides and it looks fantastic. They sent loads of pictures in the Discord, so head over there and search for Ashura G. I'm sure you'll find them. Executive producer God of Resin, think he may have been watching some of the regional exclusive lists that I've been making. All of these games here are regional exclusives aside from Zoids. But anyways, as you can see, I helped hook him up with Pato Box and World of Final Fantasy, which I could still grab for a reasonable price here. Alright, let's have a roundup. Vay, Brandon Fenton, TN464, Lars, Pabs, Chewit, Raven Knight, JP, The One, Needless Dragon with their C games, Certified, Switchback, Peter Clark, Kozai Hard, Golbat Lover, Zone 7, Lord Vapor, Zero Flux, Neverbirth, Susha, Danny Samam. Alright, send me your pictures on Twitter at SoWhatAboutGame. You can DM me or tag me in a post and use the hashtag Let's Get Physical. We have an email address, switchwatchspotlight@gmail.com, and we have a Discord where you can submit your pictures there in the submissions section. 1 picture per week, guys. Oh yeah, the Discord server is below. Once again, there may or may not be a community spotlight next week. We'll have to see how much of a wreck I actually am. And I don't know, maybe I'll get cancelled by this limited run rant stuff. Who knows? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of New Physical. Special thanks to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Jonathan Rumo, Santa Tartaruga, Alexander Cato, J Cross 7776, Elissa, Punky Dooster, Michael Del Polito, Cartoon Soren, Jack Severus, Velos, Robotech, and Z. Thank you for your amazing and wonderful support. Plus you, yes you watching right now. If you watched all the way through, what a legend you are. And if you want to show some solidarity in my rant against limited runs nonsense, give me a fist upwards, you know, like the kind of respect kind of thing, and I'll give you one back. And yeah, thank you ever so much. Please check out some of our other stuff, digital bargains, obviously the physicals playlist, and yeah, check out Ultra Age on Thursday, and yeah, some other stuff. Check them out. See you over there. Have a good one.